Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And, CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Vick. Escaping the pressure right. What a spin. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
A first down throw coming for Vick. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now Elway to throw. Jerry Rice open right side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
On first, they'll throw with Elway. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paul Krause. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll find his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's Wilson to throw. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Vick will look to throw on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Vic goes play action. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. Here's Michael Vick. Here as he's taken down. Reggie White in there to make the play. It'll be a loss of 14, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
Watching that party. All right, now look at 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. Man open, that's Terrell Owens. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Makes sense. First catch here in the first half for the 6-time Pro Bowler Terrell Owens. The only player in NFL history to be a first-team All-Pro for 3 different teams. That's absolutely nuts.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Elway on 3rd and long. And he's got a man. It's T.O. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the shotgun, Elway. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You may also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jerry Rice from 10 yards out, and the Cowboys are in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. So out come the Falcons now. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Dancing to his left. Going top shelf for Smith. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 45 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Now good stripped. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now it's Wilson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Franco Harris in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll be caught by Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On second down, Elway. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up the block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now it's Elway. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of the... This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 32 that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. To throw is Elway. Forced out to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jeremy Shackey from 8 yards out, and the Cowboys are in for 6. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket, wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, to something to get you off to a quick start.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Wilson now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Vic with the incompletion there on third down.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
Vic on 3rd and 2. Flushed out and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Reggie White in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Second and 10 now. Wilson rolling to his right. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that's incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A run by Mack to start the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Staying on the ground with Mack. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun. Elway. Eluding the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Lawrence Taylor in there to bury him for a loss of 11. On 2nd down, Elway. The 20. Throw right side, caught by T.O. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
Here's the former Saint and Viking Morton Anderson to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Elway will throw. Flush to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Throwing now, Elway on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. He said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the block.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Marino. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now look at 56.
Out of the gun, it's Marino. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Marino. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Well, that was excellent coverage right there, and he definitely did the right thing, showing that discretion is definitely the better part of valor. Threw it away, preserved the opportunity to kick for a field goal.
And excellent coverage. And right now the human is controlling the defense, so good job, human.
An automatic Morton Anderson does it again, knocks another one through the post. I have to be careful because it's almost boring, you know, just how accurate he is. He knocks gets another one through.
All-time NFL leading scorer. He's known as the Great Dane because he's from Copenhagen. And I think, Charles, he actually leads 2 different franchises in scoring, does he not?
Well, at one time he did. New Orleans Saints, 13 seasons there, still the all-time leading scorer with them. And the Atlanta Falcons, he held that record, but Matt Bryant has since passed him.
319!
Starting the drive with a give to Matt. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, but some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something.
Jordan Reed, 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Jordan Reed, 65 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
Chris Johnson, nobody in front of him. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Chris Johnson with what will be called a 107-yard return. And the Rams are in for 6. Morton Anderson now for the extra point. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run with Mack. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56.
On second down, Johnson looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Gone! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
From the gun on 3rd down is Marino. This is Johnson. He's got it. He's at the 30. Pass across the 20. Touchdown, LA. Calvin Johnson, 75 yards. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Elway to throw on second. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Detroit!
Play action, Elway. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
Now Marino on 1st down. And this one is incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. They find some open field here. Chris Johnson in a foot race, and they will not catch him. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Chris Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Anderson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Elway. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. "34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue
They go play action here on first down. Tries to force it to Megatron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Leopard, Leopard.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
First down, Marino. It's a screen to Ricky Williams. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Marino incomplete on the third down throw.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. First down carry here for Johnson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Now Marino looking to throw on second down. Walker with a grab, left side. A good pickup there at 22. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, look at that. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On second down, Marino. He's going to sling this deep. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Elway. Flushed out right. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he spins through. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give them a 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56.
On 1st, they'll throw with Elway. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Owens. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ricky Williams taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Cowboys draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Walker with it over the middle. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Detroit. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. 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 Detroit.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
On 2nd down, here's Marino. And Marino cannot get away. He goes down. Linval Joseph with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the shotgun, Marino. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you.
Back now in Los Angeles, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and throw forward with Marino. Fighting to stay upright. And that is incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Now Williams. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Elway to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Room here to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And with the play clock running out, Sean McVay will take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now it's Marino. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Johnson. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Over the middle, held in by Smith-Schuster. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Well, that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. Finding room inside the 40 and down to the 29-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And with the play clock running out, Sean McVay will take a timeout. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On second down, Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Gun! All right, now, look at 56.
They run it again with Williams. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for him, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Elway. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long from Exposition Park in L.A.